Yeah, definitely. Like, set the time aside. You don't have to be drawing 8 hours a day. Don't do it to yourself. You'll go insane, and you'll get carpal tunnel.
What's the right balance between being an artist? Like, how do you like balance your time as an artist and the business side, right? Business development. Like,
that's the biggest challenge of freelance. I'm pretty sure that's the biggest challenge of freelance. I'm so sorry, my dog is in the back. He's very cute, if you want to see him. But his name is Ringo, and he's that little buddy back there. So I think the answer to that is it can be super overwhelming. Both are full-time jobs, I'm telling you. Like, it's easy to burn out, especially if you're streaming and if you're on all these social medias, and everybody will tell you, be everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Be everywhere, do everything. If you want eyes on you, you want as many eyes on your work as possible.
Yep,
right?
Easy to say,
It's exactly. Easy to say. And like, you look at these businesses, right? You have somebody who's like a social media manager, and then you have somebody creating the product. You're both when you're freelance, right? You are creating your product, and you're delivering it, and you're marketing it. So be kind to yourself in that. Work-life balance is super important, even when you're freelance. If you are finding that, say you set yourself 5 hours a day to draw. If you draw 5 hours a day, you're doing great. You're doing amazing, right? If you set the last 3 hours for doing all your social media management and your financial management, and don't ever forget the finances and the taxes. Don't do it, because it'll come to tax season and you'll want to pull your hair out. So keep track of that stuff. But make sure you're allotting like 3 hours a day. Balance it out. If you want to do 1 day of bookkeeping, cool. Get something like Hootsuite, or something that you can set your social media stuff on. If you know you're going to be able to plan your posts. But make sure you have that balance of like maybe 5 hours a day of drawing, 3 hours a day of social media management, and then let yourself relax a bit. And I know this won't always be possible. Sometimes you'll have crunch projects, but make sure you build those accordingly. This is something that took me a long time to learn, is if I found that I was working from like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on commissions, right? And then I had to do all my social media stuff and all this other stuff. That meant I was pricing myself too low, and I was taking on too much because I felt like I needed to make rent. So brace yourself accordingly. Price yourself to where you're at least making minimum wage. Please do. And that includes the time that you're doing your social media management, right? Consider the actual hours. And if you have to use a time tracking app, I've started doing so, because I've realized I've been under budgeting. Like I've been undercharging, because I will sit there. I want to be proud of what I deliver. Like, if you ask me for a drawing of Hiro Yue, right? I want to be proud of that drawing.
Yeah.
And so I'd take the extra time if I needed to make sure that's tweaked right. And I don't always factor that in, because I don't always track. So I started doing that recently, and I think that's been a huge help. Definitely, like, set the time aside. You don't have to be drawing 8 hours a day. Don't do it to yourself. You'll go insane, and you'll get carpal tunnel. You got to be careful. So basically, like, balance it so it works for you, right? Like, I think as long as you're tying all the loose ends, like, make sure you balance it out that works for you, so you can make adjustments as you go, right? Like, I guess that's kind of the gist of it. Yeah. Okay.